The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Run for cover, you'll discover some will thrive and others suffer. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Ooh, don't wait, don't hesitate. Better speak the truth, let it resonate and let it detonate and get blown away. Till you keep on rising to a higher place. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop coming till we hit the top. Gotta keep pushing till the day I make it. Since they won't give it to me, then I got to take it. The pain today is power tomorrow. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running. Cause I won't bow down. No matter what they say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Keep on coming, but you'll never catch me running. Cause I won't bow down. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. The top of every mountain is the bottom of another. Not enough to keep us smothered. Lower class, never the upper. Cause the top of every mountain is the bottom of a...
Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. It's your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf, and I guess during this slow evening, we're celebrating the 4th of July a little bit late. Usually, we'll go with the whole extravagant celebrations, but that has already long passed, and we're pretty much past the fireworks celebration too. So you won't be hearing no fireworks, of course. I'm here with the Warrior of Life Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings to viewers and my fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 here, and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And today we are back with another episode of The Real Millennials, celebrating a very late 4th of July and America's 250th birthday.
We have the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell. Who
Dom, your mic.
probably is asleep. Dominic. Oh, Dom.
Dom, your mic.
Dom. Oh, we'll wait. We'll just continue on without him. Smug Sight 97 just asked us how was our 4th of July. Mine was pretty quiet. I sat in my room for the majority of the evening, and fireworks were popping off for a while, but they subsided around 9 to 10 o'clock, which is disappointing in itself because I remember a time when we would have 4th of July that would just go on and on till almost 12 to 1 o'clock. That's how long we popped fireworks back in them days. Finally, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that. You probably was still a baby when that was still going on in the 2000s. It was still going on like that in the 2000s, in fact.
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
ever experience that?
What?
I was asking, did you ever experience that?
Yes.
We had that in droves in the 90s where you could be laying in bed one day and you just hear boom still.
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning. Straight up 1 o'clock and just straight up just popping skyrockets in the air too. We didn't always have food made during our 4th of July get-togethers. Not that much, but we always had fireworks because our uncles, cousins would provide. And God, do I miss those fireworks stations that would be hanging out in the corner that would sell the illegal fireworks. You heard what I said. Have you ever seen the fireworks stands?
I would see those.
God, I miss those too. They would just be right there on the corner almost every block. And you go there and you picked out whatever firework you wanted. The skyrockets, Roman candles, the swizzlers, the sparks, even the dragons. Whoo! The pipe bomb dragons, the cherry bombs, the whoo boy. I kind of understand why it has come to be dry as it is nowadays. It's mostly to do with the fact that we've had a history of mishaps, accidents, and near death experiences and possible deaths. There's also the fact that guns will be firing in some areas while fireworks are popping as well, unfortunately. Either some either some people are firing their guns in the air wildly to the point where bullets start falling down, or they could be using this opportunity to kill somebody during the fireworks popping. There's that. But man, I certainly do miss the happier times when we would pop fireworks. But of course, the 4th of July is not entirely about popping fireworks. It's basically celebrating the birth of our nation. A quick aside. Sup, William? Yeah, yeah, illegal fire. I mean, there were legal ones, but there was also there will also be illegal ones that get smuggled. The Hound of South Down Power by
Good evening, morning, or afternoon, everyone. My apologies for the delay, but this is the Hound of the South, Donnie Powell, and welcome to tonight's episode of Real Millennials.
I'm already talking about fireworks, but smug. Ooh, we have the lovely Leia Fowler with her baby face. Leia plus size.
Don't know why you keep calling him baby face.
As long as you have that man's face plastered on your icon, he looks like a baby to me. I can't help but see that man as a baby. He's got a smooth face. He needs to grow a beard or something.
all right, and let's see. Good to see you, Smug Seed, William Silva, and Ethereal Dragon. Always a pleasure.
Oh, Ethereal's here, sweet. But yeah, Smug brought in the whole air quotes illegal fire. There were legal fireworks, but there was also illegal fireworks as well. I'm like, come on, we cannot really pretend like illegal fireworks did not exist in our early days of popping fireworks in the 4th of July. There was a lot. I've seen some like bro. There was some big ones. Like Jesus. I was like, man, I wish I could have them. My mom would not want us to have any one of those. Them things were dangerous in a good way. Oh my God. Why you always gotta get morbid, William?
My goodness. Well, I just want to say hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I had internet connection issues. But I'm here, and I'm here everybody talking about fireworks.
Keep
Well,
talking.
not just fireworks, but bro, what each of us have done during the Independence Day.
Oh, ethereal, nice.
Hey, nice, dude.
Keep talking, Leia. Keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
Are we losing Leia now?
Hope not.
Did she just mention she was having trouble with the weather on her end? Jesus Christ! What are we in a dead zone now? We're in a dry spot here, and
Damn it.
did she disappear?
Yes.
Figured. But yeah, I definitely do remember those times when we fired fireworks, and I remember one time I almost burnt my thumb on one of them.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, cause
Like, ouch.
no, the thing is the reason why that happened was when we had the skyrockets, of course, and when I did it, the fuse was short, and the moment I lit, the sparks was licking my thumb, and I pulled my hand away real fast while I was stinging. There was another time where I could have lost my hearing somewhat, and I think what happened was when I lit this one firework, for some reason it was also a short fuse, and I heard my cousin say, "Run away!" But I couldn't. Like when I ran, I fell, tripped and fell. And as soon as the fuse was done, I literally covered myself up, like curled up in a ball, and that thing just go. Phew! No, like mind you, it's one of those very relatively safe skyrocket, but I end up covering you know I ended up taking cover like it was a war zone. You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
that was
So I
funny.
feel-
That was funny. And me being the one that most people like, even though I was obnoxious in my early days, my early youth. Everybody was always worried about me because because I was always the one that was prone to accidental danger in some ways. You guys got any other fireworks stories?
I don't have anything recent. I think probably why my internet is wonky. I was trying to upload a picture of me as a little girl in 1976 when we had our bicentennial. I know everybody on this panel wasn't alive then, but that was a really big thing. America had a bicentennial, and I had a little shirt on, and it was a cute little shirt that said "The Spirit of '76," and these two people ringing the Liberty Bell, and I'm eating a ice cream. And I think we went to Philadelphia at summer.
Hmm.
If I can still get it up, I'm going to try to. But I know this is our we're America celebrating 250 years, and it just brought back memories of that time when we had the bicentennial of '76. And again, I'll try to describe it to you as best I can. It was a lot of fun, and people were really enjoying celebrating America at that time. And there was like some fireworks, and it was us learning, about America, its history, and you were just very proud to be American and allowed to be that. And I thought the shirt I had was very cute. These two little cartoony people, Patriot and another woman, and they were ringing the Liberty Bell. But I was happy with my ice cream. But that was, I think that was around, and I asked my mom, was that taken? I said that was around the 4th of July, but it was an all year long celebration. Now, as far as fireworks, recently, last week, I really didn't have to go far. My neighborhood block club had a big firework at one of the main parks that my apartment is not far from. And I was able to just basically sit by my window. And this year, I don't know what fireworks they bought, but man, did they put on a show. I mean, it was lighting up the sky at night. We could see the clouds lighting up. And the barbecue was good because everybody was barbecuing in the neighborhood. And like I said, here in Michigan, the weather was hot. So you can go outside. They really put on a good show. And I'm like, oh God, I'm so glad I don't have to pay to see them. I don't live too far from it. And they busted up their ante this time because the fireworks were like Yeah, they had some really special, fancy stuff going on that you could see for miles. I mean, when they shot up, I don't know what certain name of fireworks are. When they shot up in the air, you could see the clouds in the sky, and not it was not that they were not overcast, but you were able to see the stars like light up. So it was pretty cool for us in the neighborhood. And we had no incidents, nobody going crazy. I was a little nervous with all of us in the neighborhood and out there late at night. I think the fireworks went on to about midnight, and that was fun. But I also think, like I said, I think of my memories from some City Six as a child when we had, and I don't forget it too because it was a really big thing when we had our bicentennial that year. It was like all about America that all year long, and there was no negativity towards America. We're just all happy to be American, be in the United States. It was fun. I liked the little singy songs that they had for us kids to know about our history, and it was just great. It was just really fun. It just really brought back a lot of good memories. I don't have anything catastrophic to say, but that's those are my memories.
Chaotic in my neck of the woods.
The fireworks we had last week, I am surprised went on as smoothly. I didn't think they would because it was like open to the neighborhood, but I am just surprised. I don't know how fancy the fireworks were for a neighborhood fireworks show. I'm like, these things were like pow and bang and pop and whoo, they sounded like cannons shooting off. I'm like, where did they get the money to do something like this? But I said, I don't care as long as I don't have to pay. The only thing I paid for was, well, I didn't pay for anything because we had our own barbecue. So, but the park is huge. It's a huge, big, round park. It's usually rented out for big occasions like parties and events there. I took some photographs because I still have family up here with me even now because they were up here for my youngest nephew's graduation, and they haven't left yet. They'll be leaving this week, so they stayed for that as well. And I'm surprised it didn't get more chaotic the way it was because I didn't know they were going to throw that big of a show.
What about you, Don?
Oh man, well, where do I begin? Well, I guess I'll start with one of the most recent 4th of July Independence Day of this year. So every year, the family and I we would actually celebrate the 4th of July with a 3 to 4 day camping trip up in Yosemite. But this time around the family actually decided to cut that trip short so we can all watch a fireworks show like over in SF because that's where one of my aunt and uncles live.
That sounds
Oh, that's
cool.
fine. Trip cut short. Like, well, we all had a good time catching up with each other as we all just hung out by the river. After we all checked out, I met at my aunt and uncle's house. I was like over at well, it's their house. Best way to describe the house is they have a view of Alcatraz.
Now that's an interesting view. You look out and you see Alcatraz. Do they like the view?
Oh yeah, no, they love the view very much. And my aunt, like she did a great job of cooking some homemade fried chicken as well as beef ribs, not the pork ribs, actual beef ribs.
I've had beef ribs before. I know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Those are pretty
But
good.
the best part was like she actually used like Everson Jones barbecue sauce, which is a great barbecue restaurant in Oakland.
Well, that sounds cool.
Oh,
Sounds
it
like you
was.
had a yeah. Sounds like you had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, we all had a great time. After we were done with our barbecue dinner, we went up on the roof to watch the show. Only that there was a monkey wrench I throw the whole thing because the Golden Gate Bridge was covered up by fog, so we only saw half of a fireworks show.
Oh,
However, I told them there's a silver lining because we did get a fireworks show, but for the locals by shooting out their own fireworks.
Just like it did in my area. Yeah, the neighborhood, the fireworks were so spectacular. I didn't have to go anywhere to see a fireworks. I told my family, with some of my relatives that were here, I said, if you guys come here, you could just see the fireworks here. We could have our barbecue here. We don't have to spend any money except on the food we're cooking. And we don't have to buy tickets to another one because they're putting a show out on here. So that saved me some cash. But it was a good show. No, it was good.
Well, it's good. Now, although I don't visit like Oakland and San Francisco as much because well, if you know like what's been happening in those two cities in the Bay Area, you know. However, 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 one of the reasons I go back there because for Oakland is Everson Jones, and this nice Thai restaurant where it's not located in any of the like downtrodden areas. And as for SF, well, I got family there.
Can I ask a question? The Olympic Games will be in Los Angeles in 2028. Is anything in your
Correct.
area changing or being fixed up or being rerouted as they prepare?
Well, I can't say because I no longer live in California.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm saying
But
But
you don't
what
even,
can,
I live on
well,
underneath a
well,
okay, we'll
yeah,
find you
but
right
Wolf
back
can
with
tell you.
you. Has your
I
area been affected or changed or turned around or you see things building up or something?
I wouldn't know yet.
Okay. Well, no
Only
problem.
thing, only thing that's been a major relief right now is less homeless.
Yes, you talked extensively about that. And you're not the only one. I've heard a lot about that in the news.
I'm here for news. I did take in the sudden lack of homeless, especially when we're driving to work one morning. I was like, wait a minute, there seems to be a total lack of homeless. Say for the time when I was walking today to the clinic for personal reasons, I saw like maybe two or three hanging around in the corner, looking all pitiful. It's like eventually, eventually, things will even itself out. I hate to be like that towards the homeless, but man, I've been seeing it for so long. It's like I
Isn't the
remember.
World Cup soccer a game supposed to play there or something? Or has it already happened? I think it
I,
already happened.
I, yeah, I'm not really much worrying about the World Cup right now.
Okay. Just curious.
There has been rumblings of who's winning, who's losing.
Oh, I'm
It's,
not a big soccer fan, so I have no clue what the world is going on with soccer. So don't ask me.
it's been
I
a
was
I'm sorry. There's been a sizable number of fan art trending.
okay.
And I'm just digging it, especially art concerning Hasame Miku. It's before the AI stuff starts going. It's a very popular character in Japan. Just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Dom knows he's Japanese, but no, like if nothing else, there's one thing we definitely have to appreciate is the history behind Independence Day or the Fourth of July, and that's one thing that I'm definitely happy to be a part of in this day and age, which is knowing full well what could have been and how things could have been different going forward. if the pendulum swung a different way. The Revolutionary War being a very tumultuous war, and the spark that triggered it, which is funny because we raised a stink over the fact that they were even taxing sugar.
Yes.
I was like, oh, so we got triggered over some sugar.
Well, it was more than just sugar. We were,
I know. But I
but
was
I
like,
get you.
I was like that, like just thinking about that in itself is like, man, y'all want to take tax sugar as well? Yeah, lost your damn mind.
And well, that's what we stood up and said. Oh, forget this. We gotta have a revolution. We gotta break away from the king and Britain. It's time for our independence.
He didn't go. He didn't lost his damn mind and went too damn far.
Hmm.
It, just an idiot who thought he was God.
Like
I'm go ahead, back me up.
like even even during back then, with the original 13 colonies, like they were had the seeds of what would be America was already there. Right there were no being boisterous as well as being strong, independent spirits. Not to mention like having the guts of being critical of any type of government and not blindly follow it.
Hmm.
Well, as I said, my memory in this, I had a lot of little kid shirts that said the spirit of '76, and it was just really fun and great, and we were really into even as kids. But that's when we had our bicentennial. Here, I mean, do you find we did more things or less? I feel like they somehow sort of suppressed that we should be celebrating 250 years. Maybe I'm wrong, but
They're trying.
yeah, it seems like they're
Oh,
trying
they
to
are
suppress
trying.
it.
No, they've been trying. They've been trying, uh, but like the times have changed. Times change, and the pendulum is swinging back to the middle because people like aren't actively standing up to the nonsense like of the SJ hobos and the like that wants us to not be patriotic and be proud of our country.
Right. Then there were some speeches out there. There was some. But like I said, there was still some great celebrations that happened over the holiday weekend that I wasn't a part of everything, but that I saw and, allowed people to celebrate the 250 years. We have a very rich history, good or bad. And every country has a good side and it has a bad side. No country is perfect. But for the most part, we've come a long way. And I'm trying to think back to from the days when our 13 colonies were founded and right now to when they sat there and they wrote the Declaration of Independence
Sure.
from all the
Also,
taxing.
what makes our country exceptional like then and now is we were among the first to say no to say no to barbaric practices such as slavery.
Britain was the first one to start practicing the free slave.
Well, yeah, that's true. But we followed suit after Britain.
Hmm. I throw that out there, of course, but like one thing I will say is for, for later to bring up the fact that there's a lot of people that's trying to devalue the importance of that month, which is trying to get people to celebrate another government government handout month such as Juneteenth
Oh, June. Oh, please don't
Well,
get me started on Juneteenth.
or boycotting black businesses that dare to celebrate the 4th of July, which is which is certainly a choice.
I mean, yeah, it's a
I would
choice, but
I would
go
say
ahead.
call because number one, you don't think you don't tell me what I can or cannot do. Okay, that's for damn sure. Like you cannot tell me when, where, or for how long I can love my country. Nothing of what you say can me to dissuade my valor, my freedom, and my choice to love my country. I was born to this. I wasn't born into slavery, as a lot of people like to say or like to think of themselves. It's like man, you house Negroes really love to try to play that game and you know right ethereal.
Yeah, but even before the rampantness of TDS, like there have been like people that want to like devalue like America like and its achievements like through the lens of critical race theory and postmodernism. But even back then like people like look at them like with scoff and say no, what you're saying is very narrow-minded or short-sighted. Not to
Well,
mention operating under a loser mentality.
I just also love how they always say it's founded by it's founded on the backs of slaves. And I was like, so you're a slave too, right? Shouldn't you shouldn't you should you be going picking cotton, white boy? Because the first black man was a slave. The first owner was a black man, and he enslaved white people too. And they helped found some of the plantations, right? Shouldn't you be also in those fields too? Hey, white boy. Like, like that's the history they don't want you to know.
No, you're right. There's a lot of history they don't want you to know, or lately we're seeing a lot of distortion or distorting history.
Yeah, so
Shoot.
plus there's like not a lot of people know like there were black people that were slave owners, but also them wanting to paint every minority, including the American Indians, like in such a positive light. Whereas if you actually look at the history, like no,
Oh,
why are you putting them up on a pedestal?
I would love to hear what they had to think about the slaves that were helping the Confederacy during the Civil War.
Yeah, and not to mention the ones that invented slavery were the blacks.
Yes.
Africans are the ones who started the slave trade. But you
Hmm.
also like won't
Yep.
hear
But if
anyone talking about like the slavery and trafficking of Europeans and white people.
Let's get into the thing that we really want to discuss, which is just the things that we are proud of as Americans. How do we function? Yes.
Wolf?
did you want to start, Wolf, or did you want one of us to start?
I mean later. Hang
I,
on,
I
yeah.
okay. Well, while we're waiting on Wolf, has anybody seen Young Washington? I am surprised that this film is doing very well at the box office, and many people who have seen it said it's actually pretty
I'm
good.
kind of in the fence.
Not
Oh,
yet.
you're back. Okay, sorry.
My wife was showing me something.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've not yet watched it, but I do plan on watch. But I won't be watching it this weekend.
Hmm.
Young Washington, you saw it?
He plans to watch it, but I'm
Okay.
on the fence.
It's okay. I'm open to everybody's
No, I'm
interpretation.
not yet.
Okay, no problem. I have no plans to rush to see it anyway. I'm like, no, but but I've heard people who have seen it said it's actually pretty good. I'm never no plan. I was just curious, and if anybody did, since we were talking about America the Fourth, I was just going to be open to anyone's interpretation of it. But no
But I
rush.
would say this: if it's doing wonderfully in the box office, and people are hating on it, I'm gonna watch it just to spite the motherfuckers. Out of spite and love.
Oh, they're out there. Some people
Yeah.
have enjoyed it, and believe me, Wolf, there are haters out there for it. Oh yes, they are. There's some I heard that didn't want the movie to be made or released.
I always, something I would also find funny how they always want to focus on George Washington's slave ownership when in actuality he wanted to free his slaves, but his wife kept trying to get him to you're not gonna order from there.
Well, from what I heard, some people say it doesn't show. It's like the beginning. It doesn't show him yet becoming president. It shows him, I guess, going in that direction. It's his life at the begin. It's the first steps, this beginning of who he became to be. So
It's
it
a tri-
doesn't get to that part
It's a
yet.
trilogy.
Well,
Yes.
what
It's
I'm saying is they
it's
they
a
want
trilogy of movies.
No, go on.
What did you say, Wolf?
Well, we're crisscrossing each other. There's a
Oh,
delay
okay.
between us.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I think this but I have again I haven't seen it. I'm just hearing people talk about it because some people did see the movie during Independence Day weekend and they said it doesn't get to the part where he becomes president. It mostly has events that it starts off him as a young man, from adolescence to young man, but not to the stuff that we know him as. So it doesn't show him becoming president just yet. It sort of shows the events leading
Well,
up
it's
to
not
that.
what it, what's established to be a trilogy of movies. So yeah, it obviously won't end with him being president. It's a gradual.
You got cut off, but I heard it. But did you want us to ask? Did you want to start off with that question you asked Wolf about being American, or I forgot what your question was?
How proud of Americans we are, and how much we love our country, and how well do we exercise our American freedom.
Did you want to start, or
So for one, I you know it's kind of funny that I was almost just like I've said this time and time again. I stress this to the day I die. And I'll keep stressing this that I almost played into their nonsense up until realizing how when I surround myself with people who are actually doing well in their life all because they believe in this country and function themselves as free Americans and if they're black, free blacks, you know, over time, listening and learning and understanding from them has put me on a path of cultural appreciation, specifically American appreciation. So I can, so I stand today and going forward, just being proud of my my countrymen, proud of my country. Our our laws are shit right now because the laws that they implement, but other laws that I do uphold, I uphold them proudly. Some of the celebrations I would love to partake in, but unfortunately, my family is so I can't really discern what my family is willing to celebrate and what they're not willing to celebrate these days anymore due to the fact that most of them have, as Don's fair is saying, drunk in the Kool Aid, or at least they have been they have concerned themselves to what the media have constantly feed into them daily, given the fact that
In other, in other words,
mm,
in other words, yes, yes, like they're drunk the Kool Aid, where they have become raging leftists, and they're not the same as liberals or even libertarians.
I wouldn't say my family has gone full leftist, but you know, them in particular have shown that they're willing to buy into what the media is selling them, even though their proclamation is towards white people and stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking like, but you still listen to the white media. Shouldn't you not believe in what they're saying because you don't like them? Most of them, all of them, even. Should you not take in what they have to say about our current president? Should you quit? Wouldn't that be grounds for you to question why they want you to hate this man? I'm not saying you should start liking this man. I'm not saying you should okay everything this man has pushed forward. But what I am saying is think about think about why they want you to hate this man and wonder why and look into why.
Yeah, and also minus and disregard all the slurs they keep throwing at him, how what they want to call him as, and they've been calling him since like 2016.
But I'm talking about my family who are really been in this country for way longer than I have seen so much stuff or lived through so much stuff, knowing full well that who is what and who is who during those times. Or maybe I was wrong about that too. My naive self, you know.
Yeah,
But
and yet I would say that adding on to that because that's always low hanging fruit when it comes to this.
hmm I'm just disappointed that you know I started off by talking about the family get-togethers and fireworks because now that we're so sparse and so far apart from each other, it's hard that we're gonna do any of that or come back to that ever again. Unfortunately, you know, maybe there'll be a few pockets of family members that I can do that with, but even then, I don't know where they live. Even if I did do, but still, it just it just weighs on me just knowing that where we are currently and knowing that it probably will never ever come back to that. And I don't even know where everybody's relationship woes and status are with each other to even get together to do that. And what's even more unfortunate is the fact that most have passed away now. I'm going off on a tangent and I'm all over the place, but that's just my feelings coming out, you know.
Yeah.
But who here is also who want to express how proud they are to be an American? Who want to take this next? I'm all over the place. Somebody more coherent jump in.
Well, I thought I was going to step in. Well, I try to see things from a positive point of view, and this is the
Mm,
best thing that I can say about the whole situation of being American. I'm happy I was born here. I'm proud to be American. I'm not ashamed of coming from the United States of America. And I think America, despite what everybody thinks, is made up of so many different cultures and races that all contribute to make this country as wonderful as it is. And I think that um, all our cultures, and we think about for many people, their families go far back as being immigrants. coming here to the United States to make lives for themselves, to make a home for themselves, that came here for a reason, for the freedom that they could get that they couldn't get in their other home countries. But they brought their traditions and values and religions with them. And that just what makes us who we are. And we need to try to get that back. We like you said, we do have sanctions or factors of people who are trying to distort that only because I think they are unhappy themselves. They're unhappy with the current president. So if they're unhappy, they want everybody else to be unhappy. So they try to spread lies and contradict the good that we have. Every country, we have our faults, of course, we do, but all countries have faults. No country on this planet is perfect or a euphoria planet in any way. Every country has its faults. But when it comes to the end, this is the place I would rather be. I love visiting other countries and seeing other cultures. That's the kind of person I am. But when I go to other cultures, I'm not ashamed to say, yes, I'm from the United States. And very happy to be from the United States.
Tell us about your experience in other countries.
I haven't I haven't been to anything except Toronto. And that was a long time ago. I was a little girl.
So
Hmm?
that counts.
Okay, I don't remember too much. I wish I'm going to try to upload my pictures. I got to get it from mother of me as a little girl. We're in Toronto, and if I can remember, because I was a little girl, and I asked, Mom, what am I doing there? And she said, well, first of all, they've got great ice cream. And like I said, I've eaten a lot of ice cream when I was up there. And mind you, we were all African American. My mother said it was us main family, and then some of my uncles and aunts, they have passed away, they were there, and this is the early part of the 70s, but the people, from what my mother told me, the people were very nice, and there's pictures of us taking pictures with people of different cultures. We took a picture with a man who I thought was Santa Claus, but he wasn't. I only said that to my mother because he had a long white beard, but my mother said he was a friendly guy and walked up to us. Here are us, all these black people. He walked up to us and talked with us. They said he did a little song and dance, and he took pictures with us. And there's one picture I took with him, and my mother laughed because I thought he was Santa Claus, but he wasn't. He just had this. And I said, Mom, who was this guy? I said, oh, he was a really nice man, and he had an Australian accent. My mother told me he had an Australian accent, and I guess that's all I can remember, but I was a little girl. But if I find that picture of me eating ice cream on a bench in Toronto, I'll show it to you guys. And the guy that the older white gentleman that we took the picture with. But there's lots of pictures of us around, and I wish I could remember, but I was a little girl. I could only show you by the pictures that my mom took of me. But she said I really like the ice cream there. They really give you a lot of good scoops of ice cream there. Because she said the one thing I remember is you were eating all that ice cream. So they were very friendly. But
you had tummy ache.
my mother worried about it, but she said I had no tummy ache. She said she had no tummy ache. She said she devoured that ice cream.
Fine, we didn't get to hear what you had to say about how you function and celebrate as an American.
Usually, my dad would always cook something on the grill, or maybe we would just go to friends and do that. If any of them would be cooking something on the grill. But although we did do that, it's kind of been quiet, which is pretty disappointing. But meanwhile, during that Independence Day of this year, I had been doing drawings of 4 specific American heroes, which I will show you right now. The first one I've done is I'm in America. And Leia has seen 2 of those.
Yes.
Huh? What's that, Wolf? Oh, there you go. Alright, here it is. Full picture. Common America. And Leia has seen 2 of these drawings that I have done, which
And they're
this
very
is gonna.
good.
Yep, and this is one of them. Captain America, Stargirl, and Superman. The Captain America and actually just along with the Captain America one, the Captain America one and this Superman one are the ones that I showed Leia because I know how much she loves these heroes.
That was very kind. And they are very good drawings, all of them. I'm curious, you didn't do a Wonder Woman one?
Shoot, why has that never crossed my mind?
she's very American. Very. When anybody says she is still a strong symbol of America with her
Yeah.
her uniform, but the
I'm
ones you
surprised
did,
that has never crossed my mind. I hate myself for that.
oh, don't beat yourself up. They're all very good drawings. I thought maybe we'd get more comments from the men because the females you drew. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's cool. Yeah, being a child of the 70s was fantastic. It was from, I said, California. They would start asking me about the beach. And so I lived in the OC, the child of flower. That's fascinating. That's interesting.
And thank you guys for the drawings. Thank you guys for the compliments on the drawings.
Yes, they are wonderful. And final, thank you for keeping the women curvy. Thank God. The women look like women. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not.
no
I'm not offended by none of them. Like, oh, thank God.
I just like the fact that I'm just now liking the fact that that I do appreciate the compliment on how I drew the women, and that's what got Wolf rolling.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's like
But
because we don't see that anymore. So it's like, oh, thank God,
yeah.
they look like women. I know, and Captain America and Superman going to be who they are. Yes, and I like that. I'm like, oh, thank God he got the women looking like women. Because especially with the trash dumpster, that's the Supergirl film movie.
Yeah.
So thank you for.
Shoot! I should have drawn Supergirl in her proper
her
proper design. Why has that never crossed my mind?
Always next year, final.
You'll have it next year. Somebody said it was cool for me to be. Well, thank you. Yes, being a child of the 1970s was the coolest thing ever. It really was. It really was. There's a lot of good memories I have. But the Toronto visit, I only know through pictures. But I said, my mother, where was I? I said, we went to Toronto that year. We had family, actually a lot of family. We had family up here and we walked, she said, we walked through the streets of the city of Toronto and the people were really interesting. And remember now, we're all African American, but they were very kind and fun. And I'm looking to find that picture of me sitting there eating that ice cream. It was on a bench in Toronto outside of a store or something. And I had to ask my mom, where was that? And she said it was out of an ice cream shop. All of us had ice cream, but she said, you just tore into that thing. I don't know what. That's one thing she said they had. My mother said they had some fresh ice cream in this little shop in Toronto.
So in short, Leia loved her ice cream in Toronto.
Yeah. But she said
Leia.
But everybody had some. My mom did say the ice cream was good, but I don't know if she said at that time they had tourists or something because the people there were very nice. They were very nice. They were fun, and they let us take pictures with them.
Don brought up that we could also mention works of fiction that were American based or based on American tall tales or American fiction in itself. I like to bring up this one movie I watched back in elementary that was also no, actually no, I didn't watch it in elementary. I watched it again in elementary, but what happened to me was we went to the theater to see it actually. The moment it was it had TV spots sharing, and it was Tall Tale, The Legend of Pecos Bill. Sort of a pseudo Avenger style movie that brought together Paul Bunyan, John Henry, and Pecos Bill himself, along with a few other notable tall tale legends as well, like Calamity Jane and some other characters that popped up that left after a while to get their heyday. But it was a really fine film where you had this one kid, and it's the '90s. Of course, you're gonna have the kid as the audience surrogate, looking at these larger than life legends through the eyes of a kid for the audience, and he's out to get revenge on this let's call him the bad guy who ran afoul with his family. I think he killed his father too. It's been a while, but it was a great film. I brought it up a few. I think I brought it up one time in the streams of old, like years ago. But I remember how fun that was. If I recall correctly, excuse me, the late Ernest played Pecos. No, it was Patrick. The late Patrick Swayze played Pecos Bill. Actually,
Is
yeah,
that film from Disney?
I believe it was actually
I think I know what you're talking about.
from their Buena Vista bracket. Actually,
Yeah, that portion they used to have.
hold on. Live movies like My Favorite Martian and of course Pecos Bill. Yeah, I remember it. I remember that vividly, and I remember watching it again in yep, Tall Tale, 1995. But it was also called yeah, child. Yeah, I just remember just before I click back on to see your comment. I was like, wait. You know how correct myself? Nope, and remember that was Patrick Swayze. Them eyes. Patrick Swayze had them eyes,
Oh, I thought maybe it'd be his voice.
and let you know, he had them eyes.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Swayze always had them eyes, them almost slit eyes with them very gleamy irises. Every time that man was on screen, his eyes would sparkle. I don't
Sounds
know
like
how
you.
he did it, but his
Sounds-
eyes would sparkle. You know who also did that too? Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell eyes will sparkle sometimes too. Some men knew how to sparkle their eyes somehow.
Oh God.
Easy knew how to do it. But I digress. Man, that movie was fun. It had, and that movie introduced me to John Henry, mind you. That movie introduced me to John Henry and Paul Bunyan. Although, if I had a criticism for Paul Bunyan was too damn small. Oliver Platt as Paul Bunyan was not a good choice, but I still loved him regardless. I like my Paul Bunyan big, strong, and tall. He should be towering over John Henry, in fact, and Pecos. Paul Bunyan's supposed to be a giant, okay? If you're not gonna make him a tall skyscraper giant, he better be a tall ass man. At least the mythical 7 foot.
I thought that's what he was supposed to be. The legend says that's what that's what he was.
They need to hire this man more for some team up movies.
Oh yes, the one based on the TV show.
Mhm.
97.
Talked
Yes,
about
the
that
Avengers.
time.
Yeah.
We talked about that one.
Hmm.
We didn't talk about it directly, but I would have to watch that movie from beginning to end to really give a good critique. Because I barely had any issue with that film aside from I was getting bored in the middle.
What movie? The Tall Tales?
The Avengers.
Well, see, did you ever watch the TV show the movie was based on?
I never even heard of the TV show at that time.
Gotta if well, I was a big fan of it, so I think it would help you. I think it would help.
More than that movie.
Yeah, I think it would help you better if you had seen the TV show, which is currently running on Tubi. If you see
You know
the
who would have been
TV
a
show,
better fit for the female partner?
Mrs. Peel,
Yeah. You know who would have been a better fit?
who would have been a better
Yeah,
Mrs.
Uma.
Peel? Who?
Famke Jensen.
You may have something there. Can you think of a British actress? That would have been a good Mrs. Peel. I usually don't think American. I see what you're saying. That's the problem I had with the film. I just felt like,
Parker is Dutch.
oh, well,
She's also Jean Grey, but nobody complained about that.
true. I'm not saying your choice is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
She also played
I-
Russian, so she's a versatile actress. So I mean, if she can crush a man's
Heart with her
waistline
thighs.
with her
Yes.
thighs, she could outsmart gentlemen as Mrs. Peel. She passes off for a redhead or at least a brunette.
Mrs. Peel had we went over this a couple of streams back. I showed you pictures. You showed pictures of Diana Rigg in that role, the young before Game of Thrones. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm so used to that show, and that show is so very British. I wonder what British actress would make a great Mrs. Peel. That's why I was wondering. I'm not saying your decision is wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. You make a
British
good
in
choice.
the 90s. That's the question. British in the
Yeah.
Ooh. Is she British though? Elizabeth Hurley.
She is British. Yes.
She would be my next pick.
Okay. You've got some good picks there.
If
Yes.
you want to go authentic with it, she will be my pick.
Mm.
Ooh. Don't
I
get
got
me
him
started on Elizabeth.
I've got him started.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's too late because knowing how Wolf speaks when it comes to something like that, I think you just did.
I was just
That
I was
lady-
enthralled that he kept talking about the sparkly eyes of Patrick Swayze. I said, Wolf, you sound like you're in love.
I'm just enamored by certain aspects of actors and actresses that just really hook me into their screen presence.
Why do you think Ghost made all that? Why do you think we went to see the movie Ghost? A lot of it was
Patrick
because of
Swayze,
him.
it's always those tight, sparkling eyes. For Elizabeth Hurley, it's them smoldering eyes. Whew. That woman can steal my soul with them eyes.
Well, she was in Austin Powers, so I can see why maybe perhaps. Yeah.
Here's an Austin
Nah.
Powers.
Yes.
Wait, which Austin Powers movie? In the first one?
She was in the first one.
Spot
Hmm.
International Man of Mystery.
Yes.
No, I remember her in Dabbing.
She was
for-
Vanessa, right?
Yes.
She
Thought
was
so.
the devil. She was the devil.
Oh God.
Like, man, y'all fucking up with this movie because y'all trying to make him get with the devil. Y'all messy. Y'all movie, you messy on that one, trying to make Brendan Fraser get with the devil. So it was obvious that the original ending for that film was him getting with the devil instead of the one girl, the average girl, like towards the end. Which the average girl is not too bad because she's basically the same lady that he's trying to court early in the film, but just what Hollywood would deem average, but she was hot too in her own way. She was cute, but I was like man, y'all trying to convince me that this is the real ending for this film. I know what y'all was trying to really do. Y'all wasn't bold enough to do it though. Trying to make him get with the devil. Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. You knew it. Y'all knew it. All y'all on this film. That was the true ending to that version of the devil. They were trying to hook him up with the devil. Tell you, man. And who could blame him? Because it was Elizabeth
Oh
Hurley.
God.
It was Elizabeth. She said, "To be fair, Child, you wrong." She said, "To be fair, Allison sucked." Excuse me. I'm just saying, man.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, she did have hunger. Man, I felt like I was losing weight because she kept eating meat off of me with them eyes.
Oh goodness.
Okay. But the thing is, how old was Kate Beckinsale at the time?
Child of Cloud, that's another good choice too. That is. She would be
My question is, how old was she at the time?
Well, if you were, I'm not sure. She could
What
have been in her
looked like
20s.
it
She could have been in her
during
late. Yeah, in the 90s, she probably was in her 20s.
we have to look up her birthday,
Yeah.
her birthday.
Yeah, she probably would have been in her 20s, but that's a good choice.
Now another character, we talking about what year was that? That was 95. You said right? Yeah,
Yes.
95. Tall Tale was 95. He didn't put no date on the events, but I think the events was 90, 98. 98 would have had Rona Mitra in the role. She was the rape victim in Hollow Man.
I don't know who that is.
It's
You don't know Rona Mitra.
I
I'm
think
not,
she's
sorry,
I think she's referring to the Hollow Man.
No, she she don't know who Rona Mitra is.
the actress. I don't know. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Who was
I'm sorry.
in Underworld: Rise of the Lycans as Victor's daughter Sonia.
Oh, I didn't know her name. Her. Oh, okay. All right.
Mhm.
I follow you now.
Ooh, that's another lady that had some intense eyes I like.
Oh God. How did we get?
She ain't no Kate Beckinsale, but damn, does she make up
She
for
started it.
I'm like, damn. They trying so hard to make her like Kate Beckinsale because of what Craven said in the first film. You know, Celine reminded him
Of his daughter. Yes.
they had to retool and refurbish Sonya to make her exactly like Celine, which was hilarious. It's also hilarious how they re-released the film and when they show the memory of Sonya dying through Michael Corbin. They replaced the original footage with the Rise of the Lycan footage, which I still hate that shit. I never liked her death in Rise of the Lycans. Never. I always prefer her original death in the first film. Reason being is the fact that the vampire should be fearful of the sun, and it should be painful to watch them die by the sun. And when they showed Sonya dying in the original footage, it was painful to watch because she was screaming that good on that actress who they had play Sonya in the original. She screamed her soul out for that scene. It ain't gonna be just as devastating as Interview with the Vampire with Claudia and her surrogate mother's death. But
Mhm.
man, they had the same impact. But you get to Rise of the Lycans, bitch died silently.
Oh goodness.
Not a word. Just look at the sky, doom, dead. It was so quick. But I knew why they did it because Roland Mitra, ain't no way in hell she gonna out act what's his name? Lucian.
I forgot the actor's name, but I know who you're talking about.
Martin, I think his name is Martin Martin Sheen. Not Martin Sheen.
No.
Martin Sheen's probably Sheen's dad.
But I know who you're talking about.
Child was probably gonna say because she loved that franchise just as much as I do. I know it's gonna pop up eventually if she's still around. But no, like you know, I'm just like I see why she died that fast because she ain't gonna out act what's his name. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She's
But
average,
well,
unfortunately. But she's good at what she does. Dare I say I loved her in Doomsday. She was the main character. She was a female Snake Plissken, and that wasn't, mind you, that right there was intentional because it was basically a Mad Max escape from New York type of hybrid, and it was good, real good. I still got the bootleg. Sorry, you want to say something, Leia?
No, I was trying to think of the actor's name. I couldn't think. It'll come to me later, but I know who you were talking about, and I thought maybe perhaps you're right. She didn't out act it because I thought it was supposed to be seen through his eyes, it's
Rona
his
meet.
reaction that we're supposed to respond to of him watching Sonya burn to death. So it's supposed to
No,
be
the thing
is his thought
her,
on is his
here's the
reaction.
thing. Her physical acting was good. Her physical acting was good. She was acting really fearful, afraid, nervous,
Yes.
scared. And Victor, Lucian was telling her like, Sonya, look at me. Sonya, look at me. Look at me.
Yes.
You know, she had that down pat, but of course, when it comes down to the screaming and shouting and the painful shrills and stuff, it ain't gonna match what they showed in the first film.
I get you.
But I tend to give it a pass because I do respect the director who directed that film, who was also the creature effects makeup artist, Patrick Tatopoulos, the one who's also responsible for 1998 Zilla. Not his fault, mind you. Not his fault. He was doing what he was told. Not his fault. But damn, did he do a good job designing it? I'm gonna give him that too because I respect him. Frenchman too. One of the few Frenchmen I actually respect. Kidding. I love French people too. A bunch of assholes.
Oh my god.
Hey, they'll own that shit up too. Most of them, not all of them. I know most of them own that shit. Like yeah, we're a bunch of assholes.
Sheesh.
I ain't
Well,
met,
we are talking patriotic here, I guess.
I ain't met,
Especially.
I haven't met no French person. Yeah, I know I will. Actually, no, I take that back. I actually did met some French people, some French soldiers.
Oh.
Well, when I was a little girl, I learned how to do a can-can. I had a dance teacher in my elementary school
They were
class,
sitting in a group.
and she taught us how to do the can-can. So I learned it at a young age.
They were sitting in a group, conversating and stuff. And one was said hi to me. I said hi back, but he had this look to him. I couldn't tell whether or not he was just doing it vehemently or he was just saying hello, get out of here.
I never forgot it. It was fun. I was in elementary school and I had a dance class and the dance teacher said she gave us these little fluffy dresses that you dance in and she taught us to do a can and I always tell people, what's the secret about it? I said, well, I learned a can at a young age and never forgot it. It was fun. So I guess that was my first introduction to French culture. She taught us how to do it and to sing the song as we danced along with it, as we performed it. And she taught us some girls in French learned how to do it at a young age. So I was like, yay, internationally, I know how to do a can. It's fun though.
Yeah, I was, working on on the base really does open up the doors for you to meet people from across the seas. I'm still waiting for our Indian brothers to leave finally. Thankfully, they haven't cooked any curry. Like, oh, we got the nice Indians this time.
Oh,
So I ain't bullshit. The last Indians that came over, they were cool, but my God, were they so disrespectful though?
are these you personally met or?
I talked to a few of them. There was a few of them that were, believe it or not, I was really cool, really cool with. But like the rest, they were just plain disrespectful, just cooking their food all the time, having just one area, maybe two areas smelling like onions, and then they burned some of our carpets, cooking
Oh my
that shit.
goodness.
Yeah, I know how they burned it too. They set the pots down and cooked it that way. I was like, motherfuckers, it caused property damage. Ain't this about a bitch? Y'all better charge them. Charge them. Charge them. I don't give a fuck where they come from. They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay for the damages. So it was Michael Sheen.
Michael Shea. Thank you, Child of Flower. That's what we were trying to think of. I couldn't think of Shane for nothing. And I also saw your comment about ice cream in Mexico or Mexican ice cream. If I'm getting it wrong, I was reading it and I was going to tell you, yes, I've got to try it then. I will try it. If I like Toronto ice cream, I will try Mexican ice cream.
I think I ran into a few Australians too.
Where did you run into these people at?
Oh my, at my job.
Okay. All
We
right. I
got
was.
Nigerians. We have Nigerians over here too. They're cool. They're just too intense in the face though. Like, they, bro, I was like, man, I thought I was intimidated. These motherfuckers intimidating my ass. Just a intense face, like they ready to hack somebody with a machete. I don't mean to stereotype them, but damn, like every time I saw them, like man, I need to get out y'all way. Y'all might snap. I say hi, hello. Okay, what's up? Hey, do I need to save my chest? What's up? Try not to say anybody. Y'all soldiers and everything. Shoot, I be freezing up too internally. So I'm like, man, man, don't make me joke. I don't care if you break my arms. Don't start nothing over here.
Oh goodness.
So you take me out of the hood, but the hood don't leave me. It's like, oh Lord, man. It's like sometimes you just can't help yourself but feel unease at times. Especially when it's when somebody from a different country. So you don't know how they gonna act, how they gonna behave themselves. I got called a Yank
By
in
whom?
in a casual way, a Brit, I think. I think he was British. It's like you Yanks are very impressive. I was like, did you just call me a Yank?
Oh, don't.
Somehow.
I think it sounds like an Australian insult than a British one.
He called me a Yank. I felt flattered. So I ain't never been referred to as a Yank before. I'll take that as a badge of honor. I got baptized. I got bestowed the title. Yeah, he had to be a Brit because only Brits call us Yanks.
Oh, okay, that's why it says that. That's why the Brits say that.
Yes, we are Yanks. I was like, well, thank you. We are. Yeah.
Yeesh.
I think I've been a Welsh too. Two Welsh ladies, I think.
I think the most mixed cultures I had is the year I went to New Orleans during Mardi Gras. And during Mardi Gras in New Orleans, you get tourists from all over the world.
I work with a
So,
Russian, but I would love to meet more of him though.
a Russian?
Mm-hmm. Just want to see how they really are together. Because just him, he's cool. He assimilated somewhat. That man goes snowboarding and everything. He does every extreme shit that I ever known. Man be surfing, snowboard. I was like, man, is there anything not dangerous that you do? It's like I guess it's true. Russians live on the edge of danger all the time.
Turn right on Southwestern.
I've never met a Russian, so I can't say personally.
He has a soft accent too.
The
mean,
Russian.
I mean, he speaks with intensity, but like it's not like this in Mother Russia. None like that.
Oh, okay.
The stereotypical deep Russian voice. He's got a nice soft voice. Like he's a big softy sometimes though. Big too. Big as in he He's made of muscle. He was born into muscle. That's how big he is. It's like, man, you making me
Yeah,
jealous.
I've met a couple. I met a couple of Russians growing up. Some classmates, others were friends of mine.
I should have forgot the Russian words he taught me. I'm bad, so I gotta ask him again. I don't. I feel bad having to ask him again. He told me the Russian word for hello, and I forgot. So everybody be insulting Russian by doing the das vidanya. It's like, no, I want to learn hello.
Well, one of the phrases of one of Russian phrases I'm familiar with for years would use it every now and again is "tovarish," which is friend. Is my friend in Russian.
Cornbread.
I don't know too much Russia. I know Ilya's Wolfie's calling my baby, but he's not. His parents are Russian. He is of Russian heritage, so I only know it when he speaks it. He speaks four languages actually. He speaks American, Russian, Japanese, and French.
Well, we're not off topic here. We really are talking about what makes this country so good. Is the fact that we need other people that
The melting
immigrate
pot.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That immigrated legally, mind you.
Yes. Yeah.
Done us a good service by adding more to what America has to offer, fighting for what America has to offer, fighting to maintain what America has to offer, because they're sick of the BS too, and I'm proud of my fellow immigrant Americans, very proud of them. Yes, I do call them Americans because they do their due diligence to not only bring their culture around but also partake in our culture as well.
Yeah,
You know?
they are American, and they are Americans first and foremost. Because when one pursues the American dream, like they leave whatever hangups they had from their old country behind and start anew over here in the States.
Oh my lord, the rise in Bill Shorts talking about air conditioning here.
Yeah.
Which
I was
is
like, that's the only thing
which is
that you talking about, guys. Is that's the only thing, best thing that we have to offer you guys? Because usually back then y'all used to talk about how we, the first thing they talked about was hot dogs, hamburgers.
Yeah. It's always the food when certain people always talk about culture.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when it came down to us, it was the hot dogs, hamburgers, pancakes.
But the fact that now that we're still talk about air conditioning, it actually not only raises eyebrows but also concerns. Concerns that there are actually countries out there that don't have air conditioning.
I have to say it, but I might have to go to their country just to get away from air conditioning.
Oh, I don't know. As hot as it's been so far up here in Michigan, I think I want to stick around my air conditioning for a bit.
I don't know. I just been this whole year just had me feeling weird for a lot of things. Just like certain things I just want to do without. Maybe because I'm trying to manage my health better. And it's been very difficult to do so. I wouldn't say too difficult, but it has been very complicated. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like y'all talking about air conditioner. I don't even want it.
Well,
Y'all can have
that's you. You're here in Michigan. Please keep it on because we are burning. We're about to go into another week of 100 degrees.
Child.
Free refills.
Free refills.
Free refill. You can say goodbye to that. Ain't no free refills no more. They did away with that shit.
I guess some places, some of them went to, they got free refills. I don't know.
I would love to go there. Would certainly love to go there. Don say he'll be back.
Yes, he'll be back.
Oh Lord.
I understand.
I guess we do have to talk about some more elephants in the room.
But you know, like who's my favorite character? Favorite character in fiction, who's probably an American? Apu of The Simpsons.
Huh?
He said Apu. If I heard him right, he said Apu on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, ask your question.
Voiced by the great like Hank Azaria. But like Apu, he really embodies what it's like immigrants like who left their home country to pursue the American dream. And also like, he's very throughout like the older seasons of The Simpsons, like he is shown to be he's funny, but also he's very educated.
And funny with some very funny lines. Yes, I like Apu, particularly in the 90s. I already said the 90s was the golden age of The Simpsons. I think they're way past their expiration date, but they went on the air too long. But in the 90s, they were funny, and yes, Apu was hilarious.
20 seasons should have been enough.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're steamed out now. They're steamed out now. They're not what they used to be.
It should have
Those,
ended years ago, and the Simpsons movie like was made to serve as the series finale, and Fox should have stuck with it.
Yeah.
yes. Go ahead, final.
I wasn't about to say anything.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you
Nah.
was going to say. Oh, okay. I just was agreeing with Dom that I think The Simpsons would way past their expiration date. But those first 10 years, those first decade in the 90s, those are the classic episodes, I think. And Apu is very funny in those episodes.
Yeah. What made like one of my favorite episodes like of The Simpsons, but also like there were like moments of like seriousness. Is him like getting his citizenship, and when he went to the office after he did his studies, which also served as a refresher course for him. Is when the guy asked him what was the cause of the Civil War, he was pretty much like going over like the causes of the Civil War as they are, instead of like what the schools have taught people about the Civil War.
That was a funny episode.
Well, but back then, like when the Simpsons actually like touch on like serious topics like that, but they did it with nuance, while also like maintaining like that level of comedy, which is equal opportunity. Because each of the characters of the Simpsons are based off of stereotypes. And when it comes to stereotypes, like they don't come from out of nowhere. They are based on basis of truth. The basis of truth, even if they are uncomfortable, like about different demographics of people.
Yeah, but even then, people will play too fast and loose on what they actually mean by stereotypes. Say, don't play into stereotypes. But that's a whole other thing when it comes to writing.
Yeah, but the funny thing is with the rise of the reference of political correctness and catching hobos, Matt Groening and the other like creators, like they left the Simpsons a long time ago. So when the new guys came in, they just bent the knee to the mob and removed Apu and Hank Azaria, which like upset a lot of people.
Yes, yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah, that's what I started to pull back from The Simpsons. Like, okay, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. They're not fiercely funny like they used to be. They're bowing to this DEI crap. So I am very much out. That's ridiculous. It's a really stupid reason to let go of Apu. There's nothing. There's nothing. You know, some caricatures are fact. Some people of different cultures do act that way. Sorry, it's a fact. It is a fact. It is a fact that they do not want to accept, but it is a very fact that some
Yes,
cultures
but
do
even
have.
then, if they, even if, sorry, Leia, but
No, go
even
ahead.
then, if they didn't like bend the knee to the screeching mob that didn't even watch The Simpsons anyway, it's still, and yet still continue to do more shows after, more seasons after the movie. It's not gonna be, people are still gonna be burnt out by that. To give a video game example, World of Warcraft, which that defined the, or what put MMOs on the map, and it's what defined MMOs for an entire generation, even from those that came after that, like even Final Fantasy XIV, which that took inspiration from that. But what fell from that is, of course, the usual stuff, the political stuff, the DISG stuff, because that Blizzard fell into. But, that's when they thought of this idea that, wait, we could actually, like, make money on this forever, basically. And there was a YouTube channel that pointed that out, I forgot who, is basically comparing this to the Ouroboros, where they could basically just make money forever, but in doing so continue to just, like, eat its own to death, basically.
Could be talking about RJ.
It's not RJ. It's not RJ, but it's another YouTube channel. I forgot who. But what I'm saying is that some things would just be better off to just end that, to just like have an ending. And yet, and besides with we all know with the political stuff, which we're already getting really sick and tired of, with having politics being shoved down our throats every waking moment, but that's besides the point. But you should just like let stories end.
Yes.
Because if they do end, that actually has some form of meaning to it.
But here's the interesting thing. I agree, but have you noticed they don't know how to end? You notice now TV shows or movies do not know how to close out. Within the last 5 to 10 years, let's talk about the big finales of some shows. There's Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, True Blood, or other shows. I'm not going to bring up Outlander because nobody watches it. They do not know how to close. I hope I'm not getting off your point, Final, because you make a good point. But
Those have ended. They're just doing the prequel thing right now.
they're doing prequel thing.
They're doing the prequel
Who is?
Game of Thrones.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
House of the Dragon, yeah.
Yeah, but then the original series, everybody, I never saw it, but everybody I knew, like yourselves, were fans, were tremendously upset and rioting in the streets because they said the finale of the season was terrible.
Yeah, and that devolves into a whole different thing when it comes to with an ending, what you're deciding to choose, because writing is not an easy feat, and that's already the one thing everybody would say, but you need to at least have a plan to actually plot this out. Like if you're a plotter, you plot your story out so you know how your story started and you know how your story ends, and then go into everything else, to how this all gone to there, how it led there. Sorry, Wolf, but let me make my point, Wolf. But having that said, like, you don't know how to end that, it sounds like it would already give this impression that your story is being improvised along the way, and then you make something of an ending, which that's always going to leave with a weird taste in your mouth, and people are just going to be left confused, going like, what the heck is going on?
First, we say yes, Child of Power. That's what I was not upset with the Outlander ending for that reason you just explained. I enjoyed it, but
Outlander
I
2?
was, huh?
They done fucked the Outlander too.
No, no. I can't go into it, but it ended, but not really ended, because the author has one more book, so she hasn't really closed out the chapter yet. So the show had to end in a way to open the door for, maybe a TV movie to really finish it out. So it's not quite ended yet, but I was satisfied with it because I understood why they did what they did. Is it done? So they left it so open ended, and it did close. So I understood that. That's why the series finale made sense to me, for that reason she just explained, and
I'm gonna
I and
call
I
it.
knew I knew that.
I'm gonna call it for what it is. When it came out to the end to Game of Thrones, is the fact that they were already tired at that point when it came down to the final season. At that point, they were already just tired and was ready to move on from that series, even though that's going to be just the one series that's going to be attached to their name. Even though they're not the workhorse in the writing of that entire series.
Yeah, and
Well,
it's also what got your career started.
But don't
the
you think
thing
that's
is,
not an excuse?
it's
Then you
not an
have
excuse. I'm telling you why it is though
okay.
that the ending fell short of it. They were tired. They were done. They really did not care what characters trajectory were going. The fans knew. They knew. The fans were pushing it. They knew the fans wanted it, but they denied the fans because they were already tired at that point, and they wanted to move on because you gotta really think of the production value of that series, the budgets, the locations. They were literally filming on location all the time. And I'm not saying feel bad for them about that. It's just the fact that when it came down to it, they put themselves in a position where they had to cheapen out or jip out at the last season, because at this
Yeah,
point they're tired. Their budget concerns was the logistics of the budget concerns was waning on them, wearing them down, and yet we had characters that they also had to tackle characters that were already becoming too big to put on screen. Example A, Euron Greyjoy. I'm sure none. I'm sure most of you guys know about Euron, save for Leia.
yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I don't either. But
Let me explain Euron. Euron is a very, very, very OP character. Completely OP. How OP? This motherfucker has Valerian steel armor on to start. This motherfucker has a cultish, charismatic personality where everybody follows him no matter what the fuck he does to him. Horrible shit. He does horrible shit, and everybody's okay with it. He does some horrible shit. Yeah, horror god. Yeah, he's basically a Lovecraftian god bound to human flesh at this point. When you look into his power set, his equipment, what he has behind him, especially a big ass fleet, he might as well be the drowned king at this point, coming to wreck shit. By all accounts, he should not even be entering into the story the way he enters in, and he's one of the reasons why I didn't even bother to crack open my first George R. R. Martin book, A Game of Thrones. I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna get into this motherfucker, I'm done.
yeah,
Because there ain't no fucking way any character in Westeros, even Daenerys herself, can fuck with this guy. Show Euron, the way I depict Show Euron, anybody could fuck this motherfucker up. And yeah, he's supposed to be built and touted as this very OP son of a bitch, okay? But nothing here, nothing, especially to the credit of the actor, his appearance doesn't really scream This motherfucker is him. Okay? And they're treating him like he's like this very super charismatic super. He doesn't have, as the youngest will say, the aura that Oberyn Martell had when he showed up. You know. But yeah, let me get more into the character trajectory stuff that they outright just completely just denied the fans. We all knew John was going to be sitting on that throne. They didn't allow they never allowed him to do that. We all knew that at some point they confirmed that already in the story. But I to be honest, I didn't like how they did that as well. But they confirmed that he was the son of the union of Rhaegar and what was her name again? Who was Ned Stark's sister again? What was her name again? Dom, if you're alive, help me.
Damn it. He left.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Perfect timing, Dom, to die on me.
Maybe somebody in the chat knows. If anybody can answer the question, I think Child of Flower answered it for you.
Lyanna. Yeah, Lyanna Stark. The union between Rhaegar and Lyanna was John. That was always confirmed. The fact that there was a growing romance, and remember what I said about the platonic romance that was done incorrectly or lack thereof, and they just shoehorn it. Look no further than Brienne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister, knowing damn well those two was going to be a couple. Everybody wanted them to be a couple. Everybody wanted him to leave Cersei and join Brienne. No, this motherfucker went after Cersei because reasons. And then she becomes a white cloak and wrote her name in the book, which I found fucking hilarious because everybody was all happy about that shit. I rolled my eyes at that shit. It's like, yeah, she kind of earned it, but I'm like, the way how they did it, it just felt like a crumb thrown at her because they didn't get together, so this is their fallback for her, you know. What else? The fact that Sandor Clegane doesn't get his own neutral happy ending, where he's a gravedigger. Yeah, people know about that. I just learned about that recently. He's a gravedigger now, and he's pretty much a fugitive that people are still looking for. But for the most part, they leave him alone, and those who do come after him, they end up dying anyways. He's that powerful. Yes. Brienne even confirms that potentially that could be him, but she chooses not to go after him because for once he's happy. Who is she to deny him that? There's some other shit that they just completely just don't want to tackle, and they did some other shit. They even ignore logistics. Every army that they had, the men that they lost, ends up replenishing in the next episode. Are you following me so far?
Yes, go on.
So we're just going to ignore the fact that hordes of Dothraki died at the hands of the whites. There should be few of them, but here they are, the Rohirrim running through King's Landing. There should be very few unsullied, but here they are in great numbers, like they're the Persian army from 300. They forgot about that. Of course, a lot of fans like to mention that a lot of the characters teleport all over the damn place every episode when it's supposed to be long stretches of time to get to point A to point B. Even the first season highlights that. Every time you catch up to the characters, they're they could be like miles away from a certain location that they're trying to head to. Like say for instance, Tyrion and Bronn. It took them almost like a week to get to King's Landing. You know, when nowadays, you know, later seasons they get to that motherfucker at least about 3 or 4 days, and they came from the Neck, or they came from Harrenhal. It's like ain't no way in hell your ass get to King's Land from Harrenhal in 3 days or 2 days, or even an instant. I wasn't paying attention to that shit until somebody talked about it. I was like, oh shit. You're right. Damn. They really do be teleporting this bitch.
Maybe they forget.
Yeah,
Well, it's an hour show, so we got to speed it up a bit.
I'm just saying, it's like they again, they overwork themselves, and there's some characters that, like there were a lot of characters that were really omitted, and to be honest, Euron should have been the one that they should have omitted, along with Lady Stoneheart. They weren't going to do Lady Stoneheart. You shouldn't have done Euron then. You just adding another massive army to the tally for no reason at all. Other than he's in there, so we got up Cersei's group, build up her army and shit. They even brought up elephants, and they don't even show the elephants. Westeros discovered port keys. I would go as far as say they learned something from the Witcher. Ooh, Jesus! Don't even get me started fucking Witcher. Don't even get me started on the Witcher. Even though the first season wasn't as great or as accurate as the book, it was cool to some degree. But Lordy, the second season was fine to me. I know a lot of people didn't like the second season, but Jesus Christ. As soon as I saw Liam Hemsworth as Geralt, I was like, fuck no. I love Liam, but I'm sorry, my man. You don't have that strong of a jaw like Henry Cavill has to be Geralt. And you too small looking. You look too damn small. Then on top of that, the damn season doesn't even focus on Geralt at all. He gets one episode, maybe two. And it's all about the girls. All about the girls. Yennefer, Ciri. Ciri gets to be a lesbian. Because you know they always want to make teenage girls lesbians. It's all about the lesbian discovery in the teenage girls. Every single damn time.
That's that DEI kicking
Yeah.
in.
And boy, look what they did to look at how they massacred my girl Yennefer, even though she ain't all that to me. She's fine for what she is. They married to almost a damn near hand-to-hand combatant when she's supposed to be a damn sorceress. Hand-to-hand combat is the last thing she ever want to do. That being engaging in fights where she knows she's gonna lose. She's a sorceress. Sorcerers that get into a fight with somebody who's melee, they're gonna die.
Yeah. Like, anyone who's played an RPG would at least know this if someone's capable of using magics.
They're what I'm saying is, final. They're not the Dragon Age sorcerers, because at least the Dragon Age sorcerers have a stick, and they fight with a stick. These sorcerers, they use magic. They make people blow up. They fire bombs and fireballs.
Yeah,
They don't need to do all that shit.
That's
But
what I'm trying to say. Like, anyone who hasn't played RPGs, like the very
I'll make a distinction though.
No, I want to say this. Like,
Go ahead.
when someone's using magic is their strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
Not strength, they're not fighters. Any mage class in any Final Fantasy game that's their suitable thing. black mages and white mages, that's their strong suit.
By making the distinction between the Dragon Age wizards and sorcerers versus the sorcerers in the Witcher series, which is they operate, as you say, like Dungeons and Dragons wizards. So yeah, let somebody with a sword get close to a sorcerer, they gonna die. I don't care how fast you can throw your magic at. If they get close to you enough, you gonna die. Letho demonstrated that in his debut of the intro to Assassins of Kings. As soon as he used the body shield to get past the magic, he got close to that wizard, that sorcerer, dead.
But now I do want to name at least one other example I was about to say when you were talking about writers who are tired.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. One example, one that comes to my mind, Batman Arkham Knight. You can tell with this how Batman is characterized. With people just saying, but like, the reviews even saying, like, oh, it's the best Batman game, best Batman that's ever had, an epic finale. And yet, everything else around it, like Batman being uncharacteristically suicidal, like the Knight's the Knight, for whatever reason, and that's not getting into the utilization of the Batmobile in just about every single mission, and just now suddenly becoming a tank, because Batman would totally be using a tank in his arsenal, and the fact that Scarecrow, for whatever reason, is now acting like Ra's al Ghul now, and the Arkham Knight twist being the Under the Red Hood story again.
I could take the Under the Red Hood stuff.
All because the writers think they can write a Batman story without Paul Dini because he's not there. Although Jeff Johns was competent enough in doing that when he made Arkham Origins, although the retcon with Harley meeting the Joker at Blackgate was a little iffy on that, but still a pretty good job.
No, the thing is, I was okay with Arkham Knight being Jason. I just hated the fact that they tried to make it a big deal. They were really trying their best to hide it and try to pretend like no, it's not Jason Todd, it's not Jason Todd. Motherfucker, just say it is. We don't care. We're good. We're good.
We can definitely tell that's Jason Todd. Guns in his arsenal, the way he behaves towards Batman, it's Jason Todd.
But we're good about it. We're okay with it.
What else didn't help us?
And also one thing. Hold up, Dom. Why would he need an entire militia on that when he's just fine on his own?
Nah, that's just window dressing for you to beat up people while you trying to go through this big old open world. Now my thing is with Arkham Knight, the reason why they say those glowing reviews is only because it gets fun after you beat the story. After that, you free to do whatever the fuck you want and have fun with it. You don't have to do those tank missions. You can just go around pummeling people and play.
Although minus the Deathstroke mission, which is basically the Arkham Knight boss.
Right. But yeah, it that's why it says it's the best. It's like it only becomes the best after you beat the story.
Yeah, but even then, not a lot of it was all that great.
Well, I'm saying the game should not be like that. It should not have to get fun when you get past the story.
Yeah, and oh god, don't even get me fucking started with the whole thing with those 4 people that were infected that were becoming Joker. That's just stupid.
We won't stretch it any further. I think it's time to wrap it up now.
I'll tell you about hey. Well, but you remember the trick or treat, him, Clark, fucking Diana. Hello there. But it also was the two.
So we can't hear you.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're having a little trouble hearing you. Oh, no. The only thing before we close, I will say about these, I think this is no excuse to end your show. If you find that you have nothing more to say, you need to know, you need to end your show on a good note. These shows in the last 20 years have not been ending good. It's a lazy. It's just no excuse for you to just cop out like that because you're tired. You need to tell yourself how many seasons can we go so we can end properly, and they're not doing that, and that's why these finales are terrible. That's my opinion. I know I hate so many mean, but they just have to do that. Even with Mad Men, I know you guys don't watch it, but the writer of that show and creator said the show was only going to go 8 seasons from the decade of the 60s because the AMC wanted him to take it into the 70s. He said, no, this is a show based in the 60s. It ends in 1969. No, he ended in 1970, but it will not go any further than that because I don't have anything else to say.
I'm gonna add
Smart
to what,
man.
I'm gonna add to what Kyle said about Yennefer.
Okay.
I like game Yennefer way better than show Yennefer. I haven't read book Yennefer yet, but I hear that she's cool. I ain't, bro. My main complaint about the Witcher show, I do not like the casting of Triss Marigold. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Mind you, that chick ain't too bad, but that is not Triss. So I played Witcher 2 and 3. Triss don't look like that. Triss supposed to be smoking hot. They made that girl. Isn't it the fact that she ain't beautiful? They made that girl look average as Triss, and they made the other girl who played Yennefer smoking hot. Like, how the hell you gonna succeed on Yennefer but fuck up on Triss? That's my question. It's like how do you do that? How do you succeed with Yennefer but fuck up on Triss?
Yeah. So
Both
yeah. So yeah, congratulations, Netflix. There goes that love triangle that's been going on with The Witcher 3.
I don't care. I don't care about the love triangle if they even want to implement that shit. My whole thing is you're supposed to be indecisive of who you want to bang, either Yennefer or Triss. That's one of the key features about those two, and their design dynamic is the fact that yeah, I take Yennefer, but damn Triss. Whoo.
Yeah, that's the love triangle I've been trying to say.
I ain't talking about the love triangle. I'm talking about you as the viewer. I'm talking about us as the viewer. I'm not talking about what goes on in the book. We all know what goes on in the book. I'm talking about us as viewer, design wise. What makes them so great is that like damn, I want some Triss, but whoo wee, that raven hair is calling my name. Ooh, that raven hair. Ooh, my goodness, in the purple. Oh my God, Triss with that red hair. Ooh, lordy, man. See, that's. I'm like every time I'm looking at Triss, I'm looking at Yennefer. I was like, damn, Yennefer, not. I can't decide. You can flip a coin, you still don't want to choose. That's what make them so great. It's like Jesus and Geralt, you motherfucker, selfish. Geralt, you selfish. that makes you like you, bro. That's what they do to you when it comes to Yennefer and Triss. They make you hate Geralt for that reason. It's like you dumb motherfucker. You know you can marry them both. You know you want to marry them both. But no, you gotta be in a fucking love spell with Yennefer.
Which to be fair, if having Circe as Geralt being Circe's father figure and mentor, Yennefer would have been the better choice to be the mother figure to Circe, because Triss, I'm not sure she's good mother material.
The thing is, she's that way through the law of surprise, Ciri, and their fates are interlocked along with Yennefer. So regardless, it was going to be her anyways, and and why would you even want Triss anywhere near it anyway? Because she's not really that involved with Geralt like that. You know, Yennefer on the hand, she's like hyper involved. She's the Catwoman that actually worked with Batman, and Triss is the poison ivy that doesn't want to kill anybody because of the environment. That's a bad analogy, but that's what I'm falling on. I fall on that sword. For shame.
Oh. Yeah, we know why. We all know why.
I just love
Although
description. Go on, Don.
although Diana was born from clay and was raised in Themyscira, she does carry the American spirit along with Clark.
We on Geralt and Triss and Yennefer. But I feel you.
Well, the two are beautiful women.
Yes, they are. But no, that was my complaint about. That's my main complaint about the Witcher series was when I saw Triss. I was like, man, she alright, but like, damn, she needs to be smoldering. Like Yennefer here, she's supposed to. It's like man, Geralt ain't gonna have no problem on who he wants to pick between these two. Like Final said about the love triangle, that ain't gonna be hard. That is not gonna be hard. And what's funny is they don't even push that upon them, which is funny. I was like, damn, like they don't even try to push a romance between him and Triss in this series. Like they really zeroing on Yennefer and Geralt. No love triangle shenanigans anymore. So I was like, wow, okay. That's stupid, but okay. I get it. That'd be take up too much time for whatever story they're trying to push.
And yet the two and Jennifer like fall in love with Geralt for their own individual reasons.
My stance is, why can't we have it both ways? Y'all can omit the love triangle, but man, why can't you make her smoldering hot? Why couldn't you do that too? Like you couldn't find no like if you're gonna even go there with dark skinned girl or African American girl playing like why did you get the average lady? Why did you make her look average?
Especially where in both in the book as well as the game adaptation, where Triss is established to be unbelievably beautiful.
Sorceress, and this is how I'm saying she's a sorceress, right?
Yeah.
And their graduation gift is to make themselves smoking ass hot, and this is what they do with Triss. It's like
which is
magic system.
Yeah, it's also like underwhelming because that magic system should be honored. So like it go from an ugly duckling to a beautiful swan. So like with their as part of their graduation, then let them transform into that metaphorical beautiful swan.
I wouldn't call a swan thing. I'll call it a vanity thing. They're women. Of course, vanity is going to be powerful tool to to their arsenal of skills in mysticism and magic. But my thing is, how the hell she's the only outlier that doesn't look like every other beautiful sorcerer? All if you look at all the other sorcerers in that show, they're not smoking, but man, do they look good. And she's the only one that looks like the wallflower ugly duckling. And she's Triss.
Mhm.
That's my problem. This is Triss.
In the game adaptations were able to capture her beauty right from the show.
It's like, shoot, I had eyes on the dark skinned sorcerers. It was like damn, look at that chocolate.
Oh my god.
Look at chocolate sorcerers over there. She rocking the Indy Irie with the bald head too. Damn.
You won't touch
Sharp eyebrows, tight eyes, glowing in the dark, even though she's darker than the dark.
We will touch more on that episode for the real millennial. Day themed episode, not a writing themed episode.
Oh Lord, I'm just saying, it's like shoot, even their teacher was hot. Yennefer's teacher with that crease in between her eyes. It's like,
Yeah,
man,
I don't.
how the hell is their teacher outclassing Triss? What's her name? Venda something, Philip some shit like that. I was like, damn, she ain't this actress ain't probably like yes, she needs to hose me down. I'm getting hot. But no,
Yes.
what was her name again? Her name was the actress who played her. She looked like she could be in her 40s, but damn, I was like, wow. They did her real good.
No worries, Ariel. I'll take care of holding down our fearless leader. And either stars.
But yeah, let's start wrapping it up. Nice stuff there, Taylor. You just came at the tail end, or you probably was still with us regardless. Happy 4th, late 4th. I don't think we have any final thoughts. We said all we said and went down a road that I led you guys in.
Yes, you did.
I led you guys out though.
Yes. And I warn you that we will touch more on that in a writing episode of The Real Millennials.
Shoot, I'll close off with how the hell is Ciri grandmother hotter than Triss, the queen? Even when she covered in blood, she looking hot.
Happy Independence Day to you too, Star Storyteller.
It's like Jesus Christ, like just every girl outclasses the actress who played Triss. And like I said, I know that lady look hot when she's not in that makeup. But damn it, they made her look like that. Referee, the mutant, look hotter than her. And she ain't no sorceress. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to harp that shit, but I'm like damn, like I like Yennefer, but I also like Triss too. It's like I want them to be represented correctly. Okay? So you can race her, but damn, like follow the books at least. So if she gonna be black, make her hot black, like hot chocolate black. Like smoldering black.
Or create an original character and don't race swap them.
Well, don't add her in anyways if you're gonna do that. Period.
Exactly.
Don't even mention Triss unless you really have the right actress to play her, and not some diversity hire. Because I feel bad for the actress, and I'm not knocking her. Let me make that real clear. She is a beautiful lady. I can tell they made her look average looking. Okay. She may not look like Triss. obviously she's not the right race for Triss. But my thing is, you decide to make her look sloppy compared to Yennefer. What type of see that's how they do they do our people too now, Dom. You see how they do that? You see how they do our people? And I
Yeah.
bet you they did because she mulatto. She black, but she light skinned. But look what they did with dark skinned ladies in that show. They make them look all hot and beautiful. And don't get it twisted. Our dark skinned sisters do deserve to look beautiful on screen. Okay? Right, Leia?
Yes, I agree.
But my thing is there's this disparity between the skin tones and skin colors that they really are trying to they're trying to make it seem like we're supposed to like a certain flavor that they choose for us. They want to choose for us what we supposed to like.
They want
And
you
I
to
don't
like
like
what
that.
they want you to like, and that's what we're getting right now for sure. Oh yes.
Especially to those who are mixed race.
Yeah, I hate what they did with the girls in Avatar. They made them look. See, the thing is, when you look at their neckline and their chin line, them girls are not fat. They're wearing fat clothes. Especially Azula. Everybody thought Azula's fat. No, she ain't fat. She's wearing some bulky ass clothes that make her look fat. That's even worse. So it'd be one thing if they were really, really chunky girls, but they're not. They're actually thick girls in thicker clothing. I was like, what the fuck? Rose Tico, yeah. Rose Tico effect, yeah. We'll go ahead and call it that, the Rose Tico effect. But Jesus Christ, like when I look at the girl, especially Katara. Katara, the last person to be wearing a chunky suit. There ain't nothing wrong with her looking thin. It's like you already got her covered up. Why are you trying to hide her figure? And I know that actress ain't that young either. As they trying to make it. I'm just like dispelling all the type of excuse they probably gonna throw out there. It's like, oh, we don't want to sexualize. Like, what you sexualize her for? What's there to sexualize? She has a body, yes, but the thing is, why would you put her in bulky ass clothing? Make her look like she having a hard time bending the elements in heavy ass clothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a lot I can say about that series. My main gripe being that they substitute Roku for Kyoshi of all avatars.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did that.
No Asian for you.
Yeah. But
And which
Holy Mother of God, women have curves. Yes, we know. Have you met one? Have you met a woman?
I don't even like the way they did Toph.
Oh yeah, no, Toph. She was done dirty by the live action show.
I knew they were gonna fuck her up, but I didn't know how badly they were gonna do it. And when I saw glimpses of it, I was like, "Oh Lord,
yeah, man,
it's worse than I originally thought." Than I originally thought. I thought she was gonna be the far more rowdier. No, it's worse. It's the opposite of that. I thought she was going. I was like, well, at least they're gonna have her acting within character, but they're probably gonna exaggerate. No, no. Oh Lord, no.
What? Dustin is like, no way. Dustin of Stranger Things is dating the actress playing Azula?
Yeah, of course they would get someone from Stranger Things to play a psychopath.
No. He's saying the actor who played in Stranger Things is dating the actress who's playing Azula in real life.
Oh,
Who knew?
Hey, I'm happy for them.
But still, you got
I'm
her
just
to play
sad
a
for her.
psychopath.
Well, here's the thing, Final. She's not a psychopath in this show.
Yeah, and this is Azula we're talking about. She's a psycho.
She's not though, in the show. Not in the
And
cartoon, but in the live show, she's not. She's kind of is, but they try to downplay it by giving her these softer, more humane personality moments.
That is what we call defending your
what's it, Dom?
defending your villain, making him or her less threatening.
They made the fine. It's fine. Somebody called it Fire Nation propaganda. They try to make. They even try to soften up Ozai.
And I remember shaking my head, and I still am. Like, and you dumb mother effers. No wonder a lot of people have lost respect to you. And you always create yourself a airbender.
You know what made me quit the show immediately? Straight up quit the show. You want to know what almost made me actually, because I actually did finish the first season, but what made me almost quit the first season is what they did with Zuko versus Ozai.
Oh yeah, you did say about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I don't know what they did, but what's been shared.
Yeah, datified Ozai. Yeah, Ozai's a father. He's a terrible father.
And Mark Hamill, like he captured Ozai's character really well.
I was so fuming at the scene. The moment Zuko throws his first punch, I was like, "What in the actual fuck is this shit?" I know why they did it too. I know why they did it. Let me tell you why.
Go on.
They couldn't fit in the Zuko versus Zhao Agni Kai. So they ended up combining that with him versus Ozai. That's why he fought his dad. The major thing that's wrong with this series, they condense way too much shit to the point where they fuse too much shit into things that don't fit. It's like a smorgasbord of a fucking cube with the blocky holes in them, and they're just throwing in any fucking shape, hoping that it's gonna get inside the cube. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Them toddler cube things where you throw the blocks in.
Yeah.
They're not hammering it. They actually really pushing that shit in, and somehow it found its way inside the cube. That's what it looks like to me. Is that they managed to push that shit in, and it found its way inside the cube.
Yeah, it's like, and also, are you trying to make the fire bending as like it's the dark side of the Force or something?
No, they're trying to make they're trying to give nuance to the Fire Nation.
Because that's what I'm already trying to get when it comes to like Zuko trying to fighting his own father, who doesn't even value him anyway due to him not being in line with his values.
But like I said, like Child said, they datified him because the reason why he gave him the scar is because he didn't even when he had Ozai on his knees, he didn't deliver a devastating blow, and he ends up burning him for that. Compassion is weakness, as he says in the show. Like he's supposed to be. They make him basically this overbearing father instead of abusive father. Even shows that he has a heavy heart doing it.
Yeah. So now he's feeling sorry for hurting his own son, even though he doesn't value him at all.
Don't even get me started on Iroh. They fucked him up in the second season. They fucked him up badly, and don't even get me started on all the avatars.
This is how much we care about Avatar, apparently.
Yeah,
It's a 4th of July episode. We're talking about Avatar. We gotta wrap this up now.
I know they gave Roku Monkey Yasuo's personality. Monkey Yasuo shows up, but bro, why? He's dead. He should not be communicating to Aang spiritually. He's dead. They fucking made Korik, an edgy, depressed a loser, corrupted by Vatu,
Even though that's not
still
him.
fighting off the corruption. Kyoshi's the only one that's acting kind of like herself, but the way how they're treating her is like they're trying to prop her up and Yang Chen as the more competent avatars, whereas the male avatars are either, in the case of Roku, jovial and goofy. In the case of Korik, a failure.
Like I said, we will touch more on that in one of the writing episodes of the Real Millennials.
That's a taste of what I have to say about that shit. Because, bro, that infuriated me to no
I
end.
just,
Anyway.
So, like, everybody for being here. Those Jesus Christ, 5 of you were here today. I guess we are kind of back on track. Tune in this Tuesday. We're going to talk about Project Hail Mary finally.
hey,
Let's get some things out of the way. And I guess we can do Michael on Thursday. Cheers, Leia.
Yay! Are we ready for that? Okay, so are we? What is our schedule? Because we're doing Friday,
Tuesday
Saturday.
and Thursday.
Okay.
And sometime later, this weekend, we're going to do Saturday and Sunday because I'm off those days.
Okay. Be sure you let me know.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we're playing
post.
it by ear. It's going to have to be like that until things on my end slowly stabilizes.
Okay.
And then we can finally have a legit schedule.
Yeah, because when you're off, doesn't mean I'm off.
I'm just saying, work is murdering me.
Okay.
Work is murdering me. So that's why you guys haven't heard from us in a while. It really falls upon me to set up these things and execute them. But due to the fact that work has been very heavy on me, I have to rest. And the last thing I want is to come on this stream being stressed out due to fatigue. And also thinking about what the hell to do next day for my job, because there are times I'm by myself taking care of multiple buildings. And I can't even clean them up to 100%. Can you imagine that, being custodian and you gotta go up and down the stairs constantly to collect stuff, clean stuff, dust stuff off? Could you imagine? No elevators? I'm not complaining. I'm just giving you an insight to what I have to deal with. The lovely Leia about with her pet
Don't call him like
husband.
that. It does not matter what picture I put up. You just cannot see him for what he is. Oh, he's just
her pet Shota boy. Leia eyes.
No matter what picture I put up, you keep calling him boy. Guy's 21 years old, but I digress. Hello, this is Plus your lovely lady Valor, and thank you for this very colorful and vivid discussion of why we love our country. And I just want to say that I hope your post July 4th, before your July 4th, was very nice, and you enjoyed yourself. You had a nice time, and you showed your love for the country you have in a peaceful, respectful way. If you have any comments you want to leave from us about how you feel about America being 250 years old, and leave it in the comments below. I'm sure we'll very much appreciate that. And until then, I want everybody else to enjoy the weekend, try to stay cool, and rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler. And see, you should have put that at the beginning when we were talking about America. Yes. Rest in peace, Bonnie Tyler, and everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
Yes, that
we lost a good one.
there. Yes,
I don't
That's
want I don't want to slow this down. We're gonna keep going, but yeah, we're losing a lot of good ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will say a silver line for that. We're finally getting a release date. Hopefully they do not cancel the release date. We're finally getting a release date to Legend of the White Dragon, Jason David Frank's last movie.
Mm.
And I aim to go see it. I
Me
want to go
too,
see
man.
it. I want to take my wife to go see it.
There's no way I'm going to miss that movie.
It's like, dude, I don't care. Just release it. Whatever state it's in, just release it.
That's real. Because like to this day, even in death, that like he remains like everyone's childhood hero.
Yep. And hopefully this will be the proper send off, better than whatever the hell that was with that anniversary of Power Rangers of the MMPR. I forgot what it was. Always a
Once a
Ranger or
Ranger.
something? Once a Ranger.
Once a Ranger, but that was done as a tribute. Well, yeah, to be fair to him as well as to Train, may she rest in peace.
Yeah.
The Warrior of Light Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell, that way you get notified of our latest videos. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And let me sign off with this speech from Doc Savage. Let us strive every moment to the best. Let us strive every moment of our lives to make ourselves better and better to the best of our abilities, so that all may profit by it. Let us think of the right, and lend us our assistance to those who will need it, with no regard for anything but justice. Let us take what comes with a smile, without loss of courage. Let us be considerate of our country, our fellow citizens, and our associates in everything we say and do. Let us do right to all, and wrong no man.
The Hound of the South Donnet Pal.
Thank you everyone for joining us in tonight's episode of The Real Millennials. Make sure you stay tuned for the Tuesday and Thursday live streams that Wolf mentioned earlier, as well as other streams that will occur for the next weekend, for Saturday and Sunday for The Real Millennials. And let's just say for that theme is we're not gonna coddle you. Until then, this is the Hound of the South Donnet Pal signing off. And remember, keep up the good fight and maintain hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world, because remember, cynicism and nihilism are for losers.
This is your Welcome Commander Wood 10. Remind you guys once again that you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.